Hello everyone, my name is Riley and this is RDW Glass. Today, in this video, we're going to be going over how to create a marble. So creating marbles is something very simple in glass. When you first get into the glass world, you're going to want to be playing with different colors and shapes. Marbles are definitely going to be one of them. You're going to see that tools that you're able to purchase are marble molds. There's a lot of different marble mold tools that you can purchase. I'm going to show you just a few that I have. I have this one right here, and those are little shards of glass, which I shouldn't touch with my finger, but these right here are opals, and I keep these in this one, just in case I want to grab an opal and use one quickly. My hands are dirty, I was gardening this morning. And then I have that one that sits there. My friend KJ, he goes by Happy Medium Glass. He brought this one over. This is one you can buy too. These are all available on mountainglass.com. And then I got my, you see me use this all the time. This one's my handheld one. I use it as pressure, and we use the marbles to shape our slide tops and everything. And then we got one here. And this is Melanie's. She's Sandman Studio. And then we got, pretty sure this is the only other one we have in the studio, but I'm going to show it to you guys. And it's just another handheld one. Got 3 sizes. Pretty awesome. So yeah, be sure to check out Sandman Studio and Happy Medium Glass on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, which you guys know, it's RDW_glass, and that's our website right above it. The website is rdw-glass.com, and yep, the Instagram rdw_glass. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Always be liking these videos because then it gets suggested for more people. That would really help me. And subscribe to the channel if you're liking what you're seeing. Alright, we're gonna switch the camera around, that way we can get into marble making. And the marble style that we're going to be creating today is going to be a twist marble. So we're going to do similar to what you've seen in our video, like one of our first videos called Do the Twist, which is where we did twisted cane, which is something like this right here. So if you go back and you watch the Do the Twist video, you'll understand how something like this was created. And today we're going to do a twist, but we're not going to stretch it out like twisted cane. We're going to make it a twisted marble. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We're going to start off on 12mm rod, and we're going to use a few different colors, like blue, stardust, of course, our favorite. And we'll probably use some darker colors like like a black, and maybe even a caramel, like a light color, just to kind of throw some switchy contrast in there. Let's get into it. Alright. Let's see, get even wider. There we go. Alright, time to flip this up to 3. I don't know if you caught up here, we got the 2024. This we made in our last video. Got it nice and displayed right there. Alright. Propane. I already got the propane going. And then we're going to do oxygen. Got some wind coming from the AC, I'm going to make that stop. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Much straighter. Safety. Hydration. So, like you said, we got some 12mm rod right here. And you can see that there's a little bit of who have you and whatnot on the end there. take that off and get our water bucket. Because when glass goes from hot to cold, it cracks. And as a glass artist, you can learn to use that as your to your advantage. As you can see here, I'm going to take off some very hot glass. And now, that glass is stuck to this piece. So we're going to dip it in the cold water, give it a tap, and now it's all gone. That's right. So you can use glass cracking to your advantage. What we're doing now is just getting the 12mm rod hot. And I'm turning kind of slow with my hands. That way it heats up quicker. Cool. Alright. I'm going to take this color. I'm going to put it right here, right in the middle. And then I'm going to kind of work my heat to the top of it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel that plenty off. Alright, so now, what you see is a color directly in the middle of the 12mm rod, and it's a black. I'm going to take this English ivory. It's a cool color, English ivory. It's a striker. You can see it looks like almost greenish, but once it gets hot, you can see at the tip it turns silvery and blue. Well, it turns bluish because there's silver inside of it. And what I'm doing is getting it hot and laying it right on top. Now, we had KJ in the studio the other day. We were making some marbles, and that is definitely encouragement behind us going in on it today. You see right there. And that is good looking. And I'm doing them on opposing sides because when it twists, I want the twist to look very synchronized on both sides. So we've got a Comic Blue Stardust right here, of course. Gotta go dabbling with that a little bit. I'm thinking that this is gonna go right on top of that English ivory. I know that's strange, but I feel like if I did it on the dark black that you see in the middle, that it wouldn't really show as much as it's going to on top of that English ivory. Here's the caramel I was talking about. Lots of fun playing with colors. Alright, we're gonna blast this with some heat real quick. I'm gonna set it right there. This light a little hot. Give this a rotation in the back. Could even put it in the kiln, but I'm not going to take very long in what I'm doing, so I'm not going to put it in the kiln. gravity. You are our friend. You might be looking at this saying, what are you doing? This doesn't look like a marble. And that happens a lot in glass, where you look at it and you say, how is this going to be the end product? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take it, twist it, and then melt it back together. I'm going to put that blue stardust, finally, found another place for it, on top of the caramel as well. I'm going to use this color right here. It's a UV color. And we're going to use this to go over the white. If you remember, blue stardust is an awesome color. That's why we use it all the time. And the blue stardust we're using is actually atomic blue stardust, which is blue stardust but with blue UV mixed with it. So you can see that it glows. Oh, cool. We got some colors mixed up in there now. Alright. Now our objective is to get this piece hot, then put a punchy over here, and do our twist. Pull these colors to more of a termination. And then foam. You want all that ruggedness to be smoothed out. So what you see is us just melting all the colors together and getting everything smooth. Alright, that is smooth. Now what we want to do is attach that punchy spoke on, and we are going to do the twist. And to twist, you turn one hand, and you don't turn the other, but ever so slightly. Now that we have the piece twisted, we're going to do the condensing. So we're going to get the piece hot and let it melt all into itself. You can see just by using gravity and condensing, we've made a marble. Alright. We've made a marble. And I'm going to pull off some more, that way it brings a point. That's so the twists come to more of a point. Now we're going to take that marble mold and we're going to kind of roll it in one of these, whichever one seems like it'll be best. And then you put it back in the flame to continue just kind of round out what you're looking for. Looks like we found our size that's going to work. Really cool. Alright. So now we make sure this side is very round and very smooth. And that looks very round and very smooth. We take a punchy and we are going to do a cold seal here. And I kept spinning it that way the cold seal went right to the middle. And if it doesn't, just heat up a little bit away from where you are and pull. Now you see how it has that slight curve? Well, that curve is so now I have an even pull across. We're just going to do it a little hotter because it keeps wanting to pop off. And that's okay. Done with that. And you're like, whoa, there's a mess on the other side of that ball. But that's okay, because I'm actually keeping that clear on that side to magnify what's going on the inside of the marble. After seeing the magnified side, I think it would look better without that, like just that pulled off to where it looks like a twist on each end. And you know, that always happens with art, where you start creating one thing and you may see a whole nother one inside of it. And then if that doesn't go good, what's cool about being the artist, you can change it. See, we're getting that marble. You can also see it has almost like a slight egg shape to it right now, and we want it to be a marble, not an egg. Alright. You know that switching punties back and forth can be a tedious task, because smoothing and flattening things, if you don't get it right one time, then you have to switch the punchy and go back. And like I said, that can be annoying when you first start. It's best to just keep calm and remember that you're creating a creation, and if it's gonna look awesome, it's not gonna always be easy. Good things take time. Da-da-da, making a marble. 1, 2, 3. That's what you see. Alright, I want to use 3mm rod to switch the punchy again. Ooh, look at that! Alright. That's what we're gonna need to do later. Right now, we're just smoothing off any unsmooth edges. As that happens. Starting to get something. Oh, damn. We are getting this marble shape. Okay, what you see here is our marble, and now what we're going to do is we're going to try to tap it off like you just seen we did there, and then we're going to find where that punchy was just attached, which is right there because I can see the little shard of glass sticking up. We're going to grab our mini torch, and if you don't have your mini torch, you're going to have to try to position this in the flame like that. Also not very hard. This is just how I do it, because I have the mini torch right here already. And you go through, if you see any little imperfection, you polish it while you're here. I like that we have a little shaping to this. And at this point, I'm not seeing very many mess-ups on here, so this is going to be our marble. Look at that. Got a beautiful twist. And on the other side, you can see through it. It's beautiful, beautiful. Nice twist into that blackness. And then once this comes out of the kiln, you'll actually be able to see that UV pop out. So how would we get this out? I'm gonna try. So I just scooped it and then pushed it back as quick as I could. You could also try to grab it with the tweezers, but if you try to grab it with the tweezers, try to grab your marble with the tweezers, sometimes it'll slip out, or you might even accidentally, the marble might be still hot, and when you press with the tweezers, it smushes the marble and it's no longer round. So there's a few different things, there are reasons why I try to keep it in this at the end of the process until I just boom and push it back. But you also got to be careful with doing that too, because you know the kilns have like an open space right here. So on this side you can see that it's open at the bottom, and on this side you can see that there's a row of things blocking it. So most of the time I'll throw my marble on that side, because that side actually has the blockage on the inside. And that could be more helpful if, like, you have your kiln and you have a marble right by the front. You open it to put a new project in or take a project out, and then your marble just falls on the floor. Then you're like, oh, what do I do? You gotta grab your tweezers quick and try to get it off the floor. It's no fun. So it's best to have some type of barricade where the marble's not gonna come to the front or fall out. I had a piece that I already created this morning put towards the back. That way when I slung the marble back there, it would go right behind that piece and not roll forward. That way in the morning tomorrow, when I'll turn the kiln off tonight, and in the morning tomorrow, I'll come and I'll take everything out, and I'll have my marble back at the back. And then I'll take a picture and I'll post it to Instagram. That way everyone who is watching these videos who's also following me on Instagram, or if you've started this journey with me on Instagram, because I've been blowing glass for a while now, and that journey started on Instagram, posting and selling there. So if you're interested to see like daily content, definitely go to Instagram, because I post daily on Instagram, different slides, different glass pendants. And the day after our YouTube videos, if you look on the story, I'll always be posting the creation that we made in that YouTube video. And I'll also be like shouting out the YouTube video, like, hey, come watch the YouTube video where we make da 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 da. I think I am going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And at one time I'm going to flip that way you can the support board. And I thank you so much for your support. And here's 2 ways you can support us. rdw-glass.com. I just took all of the sold stuff off the website, which is awesome, because you were having to scroll through a bunch of things that said sold, and that's not cool. You shouldn't have to scroll through a bunch of sold stuff. So now you can just get right to the available glass. And then on RDW_glass, that's our Instagram. And like I said, we post daily content there. So if you're interested in some daily content, please go to our Instagram. Make sure you're liking these videos. Stay safe, everybody. Happy melting. Cheers.